Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lab. Today is Sunday night. We have just finished the first ever remote duel invitational. Um, very big shout out to Konami for providing this very interesting, very unique experience to all the players, including myself. Congratulations to Sam for winning the tournament, as well as Cody, Jesse, and Kim for top four the event. Big congratulations to them. They did well. And well, obviously, big shout out to Konami for even just made something special for us during this quarantine time. Uh, it's a very good weekend. I it's sad I didn't do as good as I expected myself to, but overall, I think this is I still want to share my take on this invitational with obviously my deck. So therefore, without further ado, let's just start it with it. Uh, First, as everyone know me, I'm playing the Dragon Link deck. I was debating if I wanted to just change to something else, made a meta call to play something else, and have a maybe even better chance. I wasn't sure. But at the end, I was like, let me just go with my gut feelings, and this is what I was known for. Guess I'm just bringing it to the tournament, to under the spotlight, and see how it goes. And it's the same build, or almost the same build as I played about 2 months ago in the LCS4, where instead of the more popular dragons in the past a month and a half, where you end with the Buster Lock and the several negates. This build, this like my version, and was making VFD for and VFD plus negates for my ending board because VFD just shut down everything and bypassed like Dark Ruler. So I think that's still the right call for just how this deck should be, in my opinion at least. Uh, I guess without further ado, let me just go more details in the main deck first. First of all, start the right corner, the top right. There's Safer, obviously it's Safer. Pair of black and white for the targets to search by Safer or by Chaos Space. And the Rocket cards. See, this is no longer a Rocket deck, it's a Dragon Link deck. So I'm only playing the necessary amount, like the minimum required amount of Rocket cards, which is Tracer, Recharger, and Router. And yeah, that's all I need. I don't need to have any other rockets. There are very rare situations where where I ran out of rockets because I opened like multiple quick launch with the tracer, but that's not happening very often. So I think this is acceptable. Then Rep Red Eyes. The Red Eyes Remedy got errata, so it's not as good as when I played in LCS4, where that tournament was pre-errata Red Eyes, without once per turn. Now it's a hard once per turn, so this small package, Black Metal plus Red Eyes Darkness Metal, this package is no longer as strong as before, and it's actually just very equal to almost every other one card combo engine in this deck. Maybe even like slightly worse, and that's the reason why I just lowered the amount of Black Metal Dragon. I still play one just for the target for one, but besides that, like I don't think this engine is anything better than anything else. Um, so yeah, that's why I cut Black Metal down to one and have spaces for other cards. Next are the Dragon Mates. These are like the slightly change after Rise of Duelist because we got the Dragon Maid trap card. For whoever not familiar with the Dragon Maids, Chamber on summon, search a Dragon Maid spell trap. Power on summon, send a Dragon Maid card from the deck to graveyard. The spell is a Monster Reborn on activation for any Dragon Maid. The trap is also a Monster Reborn if you banish it from the graveyard. So essentially, the combo is just like normal Chamber, search the spell, that's True Dragon into Romulus, that's full combo. Normal Parlor, send the trap, then link away Parlor, then revive the Parlor with the trap, that's another one card combo. So these are all become like one card combo, and one card engine pieces. So that's why they're good to be in a deck. Before I was using two chamber and two polar just to testing, and I find out it's like chamber as a level 4 dark dragon is significantly better than polar as a level 3 wind. Because I not only I do need the dark for maybe chaos space, I maybe also need the level 4 for like some special synchro summon plays. So I ended with just switching the number. I changed one polar into another copy of chamber. So yeah, I think that's what I ended with choosing. Polar being a winged dragon can also be surged by Tempest. So therefore I have another target for Tempest when it gets banished by the Fusion Trish. It's another like very small synergy with what I had before. So yeah, I think one's good enough. The trap card is new from Rise of Duelists. Like I said, it has the graveyard effect. It also has the on field effect, where it targets a dragon I control and any card from my opponent's field or in their graveyard, bounce both back to hand. So it's like a small searchable compose, where in some cases where I opened several dragons, more than I needed, I can just summon out chamber instead of grab the monster reborn. I grab the trap, and at the end of the combo, I just set the trap as another like small interruptions to have another one. It's like my backup plan if my whole board got like droplet or something, which I will explain more when I get to the extra deck. So yeah, this is the cute part about the Dragon Maid engine. Next are like the combo piece for what I'm doing. I'm still playing the VFD package, and the Rose Dragon package. So there's the one red rose and two white rose. So like the VFD package is here: Brotor, Lovey, Draco, Crusader Draco, and Tempest. If anyone who's interested in these, you can also go watch like my past LCS4 profiles. I think I did like a couple profiles or combo videos in like different channels. There's like few from Pack, few from MST TV, and few from like Portal. So go check their channels as well. And also, I actually did another like small Dragon Maid video about a month ago just to explain the basics for these Dragon Maid cards. Also, some like specific cool interaction if you draw like a pair of any of these. So yeah, go check those videos. Uh, then the next like kind of extenders Noctovision. Can we get an OTS like OTS Super Noctovision in the future, please, Konami? And also the die targets from the unexpected die. I still like this package. Some people say these are kind of garnets because they don't really do anything. They're vanillas. But however, they are dragon tuners. So worst case, you can go in if you draw. You can it's either a tuner or it's a dragon into a striker dragon. So I never had an issue drawing these two. Not gonna lie. And die being here, it provided it's one of those few cards that provide dragon tuner at the same time. So you can find a lot of cards provide another dragon or another tuner, but there's barely any cards provide a dragon tuner, and this is why I think the best choice at the end. Well, then just all the spells, three field spells necessary for my combos, uh, three chaos space, best card in the deck, three quick launch, second best card in the deck. It just these cards are simple. You know these are strong. That's why they're in the deck. That's why how the deck is playable in the meta like this. One for one, just like the OG chaos space, where really only summoning either black metal or summon a Veiler for the tuner. That's how I usually use it majority of the time. Reborn and Warlock's Guard Dragon, one of the best extenders available. So that's it. That's why these are here. So these are all the spells. Then it's all the non-engine cards, is how I call it. Uh, three Nibiru, three Ash, three Vader, three Imperm, one Chill. I was choosing this ratio. Well, obviously there another reboot. Let me just start with the reboot first. I think almost everyone who's doesn't matter what they playing is main deck Imperm. So if you go first, this card is almost never be dead. Uh, because you can always just negate their Imperm. You have a like a very good protect for a fiber, and even you reboot their Imperm, you can just drop Levy by banishing instead of 3 dark, do like 2 dark and a light. So you cleared like both of your opponent's Imperm over there after you reboot, so it's not gonna be an issue for turn 2. And going second, there's like after Rise of Duelist because Dogma, there's a lot more trap decks now, in my opinion, compared to Eternity Code format. Therefore, going second, like resolving a reboot on like what punishment, dogmatic punishment, it's just like devastating for them. And as long as I kill them, I don't have to worry about anything after that. So yeah, that's why I ended up just choosing or moving the reboot into the main for this part. The hand traps, like I think the best hand trap in the format is still Nibiru, because it's just Nibiru. You need it to clear the board because it's clearly not enough to stop your opponent unless you drew like multiple things. That's why I play a lot, just hoping to draw multiple if I'm lucky. And Nibiru is one of those hand trap that has still has the strongest power to just stop. And the rest hand trap just like cards combo good with Nibiru. Like Valor, Imperm. Like if you draw Valor Nibiru, Imperm Nibiru, you're most likely able to just stop their board and just Nibiru clear the board. Something like those. Chill, just another backup copy. Like it's the seventh copy of Valor and Imperm. Chill as a wind can also combo with Tempest. It did happen to me. Like I don't think in the tournament, but it happened to me in testing where I just start with Tempest, pitch Chill, search any dragon I needed to combo, which is a very cool synergy. Uh, Valor and Nibiru both being a light works with Chaos Space, and Valor, Chill, Ash being a tuner can be just a normal summon to make fiber after I maybe like do like Chaos Space or like combo without normal summon. And Ash, I think Ash is like weird because Dogmatica, because of Nadir, only Ash able to Nadir can only be stopped by very few hand trap, and Ash is one of them. So I think I'm maining. That's why I'm maining all 3 Ash. It's like the fire attribute is not gonna be used in this stack because it's not Salomon Gray, right? The only attribute I really use are like Lion Dark from Chaos Space and maybe in rare situation the Wind from Tempest. That's it. So Ash is just it's only here because there's cards in the format where only Ash is able to negate. That's why I decided to main the 3 Ash. So these are the hand traps. I did some calculations, just some mathematics. There are 3 Safer, 3 4 Black Metal, Dragon Maid's 8. So 8 monster. That's 1 card starter plus 3 space and 1 1 for 1. So that's 12 total out of the 60 card deck. Uh, that's 1/5, which means in an average opening 5 going first, I'm expecting to see like one of these, either one of these. It's true that Chaos Space is significantly better than anything else in terms of the all the 1 card starters, but if you are able to 1 card finish the whole combo, it's already good enough to draw either of these. And if you do draw like a combination like the Dragon Maid plus the Chaos Space, 1 for 1 plus things, it's just getting better. So I think 12 is that's the mass behind for the starters. And also the hand traps, there's 13 hand traps, or there's total 14 non-engine cards. I tried to get it to 15, maybe even 16, but I know just having like I can't really take out anything to fit the math. So I just kind of capped at this number. 13 is like slightly lower than what I want. I want 14 to be honest, but I just couldn't even take out anything. Um, like my calculations give me a very weird results saying it's actually ideal for me, or maybe not ideal, but what I want to play in was having 65 to 70 cards in that range. But however, I'm obviously hard cap at 60, right? Therefore, that's why there's like a one random channel or like one black metal. Because clearly I could just play more copies of these, but I'm capped at 60, so I couldn't really do that anymore. So yeah, that's why. Like, if I can, I think it will actually land it around like 65 to 70, but I just couldn't. So yeah, that was the main deck. It was the logic behind it. Then I guess let's switch to the extra inside. Extra, almost the same as last time. Apple, Fiber, Cross, Striker, LP Pesty, Rom, Protector Whelp, Borosaur, Bor Savage, Golden Rose Maiden, Crocodile Dragon, Trish Fusion, and VFD. Yeah, LP is getting a rarity bump in the Mega Team. That's pretty good, but that's probably means he's getting banned very soon. Like I'm expecting that, to be honest. This combo, this extra deck, like this deck, is different than what people were seeing in the past whole month and a half, where you the carrier plus negate combos. I think that board is not like necessarily good because it can still be destroyed by like Dark Cooler plus things, and like against the Noble deck, you can just Dark Cooler then drop Gear Free, then you out the whole board pretty much. But if I end with VFD, there's literally not many outs existing because I mining is usually Appaloosa VFD Savage, and that's bypassing Gamma and Imperm on the VFD. And you can say Droplet, but think about it. I usually levy Rip One already, so you start 5 cards in hand. I have 3 monsters you need to negate, so you have to use Droplet and cost 3. This is 4 cards out of your 5 card opening hand. So if your hand is exactly just open the droplet and dodge the levy, dodge the 20% that I rip it, then you still have like a 1 card starter after you pitch 3 and able to finish the whole board against like because everything is in defense, right? So against and clear the VFD and Savage. Then you just drew Exodia against me, like can't really do anything to it. The chance of that happening is just so low. Also, like I said earlier, this Dragon Maid trap can serve as like another interruption if I have a crazy number of monster. So like the last card in my opponent's hand after he drops in my whole board can maybe just be checked by this trap, which is another like the idea behind it. That's why I actually do like this Dragon Maid package. It serves maybe even serves another interruption. Also because Croco Dragon draw 2 during the combo, I can just draw into any of these hand traps, like any one of these at the end of the combo, and that's just gonna be enough for to stopping what can happen after a droplet. So yeah, that's for the extra deck. And for the side, uh, there's a Scarlet because we finally back to play official Konami tournaments, right? Do the time rule, need it. Pank is Pank. Pank is always good. Uh, Pank does kill some just Buster Lock in defense, and the 5 more hand traps. So because I only have 13 in the main, and I still want to have 18 after siding, so I have 5 more in the side. Like I said, because I couldn't fit the second chair in the main, that's why the second one's in the side. The 2 Bell. Bell is like a weird choice for the whole format. A lot of people have already questioned why playing Bell. I was debating on it. I was thinking I kind of have a slightly hard time against like dogma cores, and Bell can do weird things against them. Bell checks Nadir because Nadir does add back from the graveyard. Even majority of the time, you never really do that until like very late game, which usually don't happen. But Nadir is a target for Bell. It can also check Invocation. It can check Marcher, and so imagine my opponent using like doing Link Cross and get to Marcher, but with the O line, usually they will not activate the O line because they fear Nibiru. So they will go Chainlink One Marcher, target the O line, and now use the O line effect. Then when they bring back the O line, make an arc light, then make fiber, then make our aura alone. So they bypass the build the entire time. However, this play gets significantly punished by Bell. Because if you Bell the Marcher there when they not activating O line, not only they not get the O line, they also lost the O line token. Because the O line is not going to be summoned to the board again. So you technically battle for two monsters, which could just be like they can probably still make an arc light. Maybe that's all they end with at that point. So that's another reason why I put in Bell. Also for the almost every Eldritch card can get hit by Bell. Golden Lord herself, Sanguine, and Hakuaro can all be checked by Bell. This is like some results I had back in April when I was playing in that format, and I tested Bell. It works very well against the Outlet matchup. So yeah, it's like not a usual pick, but I was choosing it. It's a I was slightly fear about anyone using like a normal decks in for this specific tournament, and at the end I was like partially correct because like Jesse and I think his whole squad like Jesse Furman and Salah all are using Owlish variants, which can just all be checked by Bell very hard. It's just unfortunate I didn't really get to play any of them, so it really didn't get to use at all. Then the next is the token collector. I think this is the best side card or the best hand trap in the side, where it checks almost every combo deck because almost every combo deck use Link Cross, right? If not Aurodon. That's why I really want to play three of it, but like I said, chill. The second chill is in the side because I couldn't fit in the main, as well as the Scarlet is in the side because of time. So I couldn't really have space for the third token collector. So I know like two is probably fine. I mean that's the most I can have at that point. So yeah, that's why. Then the final row, just all the back row removals. Still kind of fear a lot of back rows. With Dogma existing in the format, there's more back row decks than last format. So I want to have I just don't want to lose to floodgates. That's it. It's easy. Also, evenly is really like if anyone's playing Dogma and Vogue, they were very vulnerable to evenly because Makaba usually don't have a trap for you to pitch, and the ones and evenly can shut down. It doesn't matter Winda or um, Makaba or Fer-de-Lis or Punishment. They just have to choose and leave only one there. So it's a blowout. I just do like it. Um, yeah, this is the whole deck. The idea is not to break boards going like against combos. It's not breaking boards when going second. It's actually just only trying to stop them with hand trap. If I can stop, probably just can't win at that point. It's a very unfortunate. I lost every single dice roll during the tournament, and my record wasn't good enough for me to really say it. It's not that terrible, but I just don't want to say it. It's not worth. Um, Overall, the whole event went very well. I think Konami did a very good job just to um, host the event and contact all the players for everything. Uh, except the one round while I was on like the backup feature match, I had a very terrible lag, so I couldn't even like. I have to imagine my opponent's whole board the entire time because the screen I'm looking at has like a 5 to 10 seconds delay. So that was a very crazy round. But besides that it was pretty good. I think we don't have any delays. We don't have any lags. Discord went well. The stream went well. The tournament was very organized, and it was a very fun experience. Uh, yeah, I think if Konami is thinking about hosting more remote duel events in the future, I will 100% just try to participate. And yeah, it's a very fun it's a fun way to still keep up with the game during the quarantine time, right? So I guess that's it. That's my take for this tournament. Again, big thanks to Konami. Big congratulations to Sam, especially, and to almost everyone. Uh, Shout out to everyone who's in this event, who helped the event, who participated in the event, who watching, pay attention to the event, and yeah. So without further ado, well, I guess that's the end of the lab report for my take for this remote doing invitational. Hope to see everyone in the lab in the future. See ya.